Cham temple, architecture, artistic styles through different periods. Brick sanctuaries of an ancient civilization. Along the central coast of Vietnam, the ancient Cham people left behind a remarkable architectural legacy, their brick temple towers. For over 1,000 years, from the 2nd to the 15th century CE, the Cham skillfully blended indigenous ingenuity with profound Indian influences, creating a unique architectural language. These structures, primarily Hindu sanctuaries, are not merely buildings, they are works of art, imbued with spiritual meaning and showcasing a fascinating evolution of artistic styles. But how did Cham temple architecture transform over these many centuries? What are the defining characteristics of each major artistic period? And what stories do these silent stone and brick structures tell us about the changing beliefs and aesthetic sensibilities of the Cham civilization? Join us as we journey through time to explore the diverse and captivating artistic styles of Cham temple architecture. Chapter 1. Early Styles, 7th, 8th century CE. Mỹ Sơn E1 and Hualai. The earliest surviving Cham temple architecture dates back to the 7th century, though earlier structures are known to have existed. This initial period, often exemplified by the Mỹ Sơn E1 style, marks the foundational phase of Cham temple building. Characteristics: simplicity and solidity. Temples are relatively simple in plan, characterized by a massive, cubic central brick tower, Kailan, with a single entrance, usually facing east. Brick mastery: the Cham were unparalleled masters of brick construction. Their technique of laying bricks so precisely that no mortar seams are visible, and then carving directly into the soft brick before firing, remains a marvel. Indian influence: strong echoes of early Indian temple architecture, particularly from the Pallava and Gupta periods, are evident in the general form and early sculptural motifs. Sculptural decoration: while the overall structure is robust, details include blind arches, pilasters, and intricate bas-reliefs. The Mỹ Sơn E1 altar, now in the Da Nang Museum of Cham Sculpture, is a prime example of the rich sculptural work depicting ascetics and mythical creatures. Sites: Mỹ Sơn, Group E, F, and Hoa Lai, Ninh Thuan Province, are key sites for this period, showcasing the earliest surviving brick towers. Hoa Lai towers are known for their elegant proportions and delicate brick carving. This early period laid the groundwork for the more complex and ornate styles that would follow, establishing the Cham's signature use of brick and their strong devotional connection to Hindu deities. Chapter 2. The Dong Duong Style, late 9th, early 10th century CE. A Buddhist interlude. The late 9th to early 10th century witnessed a significant shift in Cham art with the emergence of the Dong Duong style, uniquely characterized by its strong Mahayana Buddhist focus, a departure from the predominant Hindu traditions. This style developed under King Indravarman II, who founded the Indrapura dynasty and built a large Buddhist monastery complex at Dongdung. Characteristics: Buddhist iconography. This style is distinct for its focus on Buddhist themes, featuring statues of Buddhas, bodhisattvas like Lokeshvara and Tara, and Buddhist guardians. The Dong Duong Buddha statue is a famous example. Heavy and expressive sculpture. Sculptures are typically large, often monumental, with a robust, almost exaggerated quality. Figures have thick noses, full lips, and rarely smile, conveying a sense of solemnity and power. Intricate foliate motifs. Architectural decoration often features dense, swirling, almost worm-like stylized foliage patterns. Complex layout. The Dongdung Monastery complex itself was extensive, with multiple buildings, courtyards, and a grand central hall, suggesting a more elaborate spatial planning than earlier Hindu sites. Brickwork and sandstone. While still primarily brick, there's a greater emphasis on the plasticity of architectural elements, with more use of sandstone for decorative features like pilasters and porticos. Site: the Dongdung complex, Quangnam Province, is the sole major representative of this style, marking a unique, albeit relatively brief, period of Buddhist dominance in Cham art. The Dong Duong style stands out for its stylistic intensity and its unique religious emphasis, representing a powerful and distinct chapter in Cham architectural history. Chapter 3, My Sun A1 and Kwang My Styles, 10th century CE, the classical zenith. The 10th century is often considered a golden age for Cham art, marked by a return to Hindu focus and the development of highly refined and classic styles, notably My Sun A1 and Kwang My Sun A1 style. Refinement and balance. This style represents the peak of Cham brick architecture. Temples are characterized by elegant proportions, harmonious design, and a perfect balance between the solid brick mass and the delicate sandstone decoration. Tower mountain concept. The central tower, especially Temple A1 at My Sun, now largely destroyed, embodied the cosmic mountain Meru, with multiple receding tiers and highly intricate decorative elements. Exquisite sculpture. Sandstone carvings are exceptionally refined, often depicting graceful celestial dancers, apsaras, musicians, and Hindu deities with delicate features and serene expressions. Site. My Sun Temple A1, though ruined, is considered the masterpiece of this period. Its meticulous details and harmonious composition are revered. Kwang My style. Transitional qualities. The Kwang My temples exhibit characteristics that bridge the Dong Duong and My Sun A1 styles, sometimes showing a lingering influence of the former's robustness alongside the emerging refinement. Increased detail. More elaborate and dense decoration on pilasters and door frames. Khmer and Javanese influence. Scholars note subtle influences from contemporary Khmer and Javanese art in the sculptural details, reflecting Cham interactions with neighboring kingdoms. Site. The Kwang, My Group of Towers, Quangnam Province, are key examples. These styles collectively represent the classical period of Cham art, showcasing a mastery of brick construction and an unparalleled sensitivity in sculptural ornamentation. Chapter 4. Thap Mam and Bin Din styles, 11th–14th century CE. Later developments and decline. Following the classical period, Cham architecture continued to evolve, though often facing periods of conflict and declining resources. The Thap Mam style and later structures in the Bin Din region reflect these later developments. Thap Mam style, 11th–12th century CE. Boldness and stereotypical forms. This period saw a shift towards a bolder, sometimes more stylized, and less refined sculptural approach. While detailed, the figures can appear more stereotyped and less individualized than in the A1 period. Focus on hybrid creatures. A prominent feature is the widespread use of fantastical, composite creatures, such as the Gajasimha, elephant lion, and powerful Nagas, often depicted as architectural guardians or decorative elements on pedestals. Monumental pedestals. Many magnificent altars and pedestals for lingams survive from this period, heavily adorned with rich reliefs. Site. The Thap Mam site, Bin Din Province, is the namesake, though many artifacts from this style are now in the Da Nang Museum of Cham Sculpture. Bin Din styles, 12th–14th century CE. Fortress-like appearance. Temples built during this later period, particularly those in the Vijaya region, often have a more imposing, almost fortress-like quality, reflecting ongoing warfare with neighboring Dai Viet and Khmer. Simplified decoration. The intricate decorative details of earlier periods become simpler, and there's less emphasis on elaborate carvings. Proportion and overall mass become more dominant. Transition to Po Klong Garai. Examples include the Bain, It Towers, and the Duong Long Towers, Bin Din Province, which are massive but show a reduction in sculptural finesse. The Po Klong Garai complex, Ninh Thuan Province, built in the late 13th century, represents one of the last major Cham temple constructions, characterized by its austere beauty and focus on the main tower. Indigenous traits. Sculpture. In this period shows a more pronounced indigenous style, with figures often having a cubic emphasis and less of the earlier Indianized fluidity. The later periods reflect the changing fortunes of the Cham Kingdom, with architecture becoming less ornate but often maintaining a powerful presence. Conclusion. An enduring artistic heritage, the Cham temple architecture is a captivating journey through centuries of artistic evolution, religious devotion, and cultural resilience. From the elegant simplicity of My Son Iwan to the unique Buddhist expressions of Dong Duong, the classical perfection of My Son Ewan, and the robust power of the later Thap Mam and Bin Din styles, each period tells a story. These brick sanctuaries, adorned with intricate sandstone carvings, stand as powerful testaments to the Cham people's profound artistic skill, their ability to absorb and indigenize foreign influences, and their unwavering spiritual beliefs. Despite the decline of their kingdom, the Cham towers continue to inspire awe, inviting us to contemplate the enduring beauty and complexity of an ancient civilization. Which Cham architectural style do you find most striking? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more explorations of ancient art and history.